Wait, I have met you before. You're that weirdo, and he.
That weirdo? Be more specific. Which one, huh?
Well, both of you, actually.
Like father, like son.
Well, we had our disagreements, but I'm sure there's no hostility between us, is there, Marshal?
No hostility. We did have an agreement. We did split up ways for a reason, of course.
Well, I can't even remember what that was. I'm certain it was nothing.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Just because he's a religious man doesn't mean he can't lie.
True. Carry on.
As long as
Really?
it's not sacrilegious lie.
Really, Abraham? You can't? Come on, I remember it like it was yesterday.
Let bygones be bygones, son. He just doesn't want to remember the Marshal.
Yes,
he doesn't want him to be reminded of it and suddenly be on a vendetta or something. Alright. Seems like trouble. Then he quickly changes the subject. Seems like trouble's brewing in this here town, Marshal. Seems like there's some criminal activity.
It sure seems so. And
Apparently it's a group calling themselves the Gutman Gang. That's all we've learned so far.
And it seems there's been a lot of activity in this morning, it seems, and even a bit before that.
It's a darn shame. This is supposed to be a season of goodwill towards all men, and these criminals are just using violence and just scaring people and stealing. It's a darn shame. They should be ashamed of yourselves.
Well, we are going to have to look for that Gutman gang and, well, put them into justice.
Looking around this little town, you're standing in the market square, and around you is a very well built and elegant house. There's a well built elegant house. There's the saloon. There's a small church. You see a post office, the local Husgau jail, the local jail and sheriff office, and a few private houses. That's basically what you see around. Who do you want to poke? Which house do you want to poke first?
Maybe make sense if we poke our head into the sheriff's office, even though we heard the sheriff was dead. If I gathered that correctly.
Well,
maybe
the sheriff's
they
office
did not kill the deputy. Let's go see.
All right. I'll just quickly roll for damage.
Damage?
Yeah. Just don't worry. It's not going to kill you.
You're dead.
Dead.
Oh no! Wait, I rolled a critical.
Ooh. Okay, that's a bad one. I just rolled on the location on damage chart, which came with your NPC friend, to see how the sheriff was laid to rest. Okay. Well, the sheriff's office is surprisingly the door is unlocked, so you can just walk right in. Well, as I said, this house is made out of well, is sturdier than most. It has bars before the windows, so it unlike the rest of the town, it's already sturdy and solid and doesn't really need much to be barricaded. That is why it's so odd that the door is slightly ajar.
Yeah, I knock on the door before heading inside.
Well, I think Harrison Gruff is going to use his kind of cowboy walk and actually just push the door open and walk past Abraham Flint.
Right, in that case, Marshall, you're the first that stares down a double-barrel shotgun. As the sheriff half sits, half lies, half slumps there behind his desk with the shotgun held up by a stack of law books, and his finger is on the trigger. I don't recognize you folk. Who are you?
Calm down, I assume he's a sheriff. Calm down,
Yep.
Sheriff. We don't mean you any harm. We're just passing by. We're just travelers.
I am U.S. Marshal Harrison
Except for
Gruff,
him.
and he shows his badge.
Except for him, you can shoot him.
No, I just mean that he's not passing by. He's not a traveler.
Right. Right. Well, I'm Sheriff Lesieg, and as you can tell, this here town has a bit of a problem, and as you have the time to look past the shotgun, you see that his left arm is hanging limply, and is roughly bandaged, and his gut is all the clothes on his guts are all red and black. Yeah.
I start approaching him, going like, "Oh, Sheriff, you look like you've been hurt. You mind letting me take a look at that? I could perhaps help you with that."
Okay. You may roll me a persuasion to let him.
Darn
You
it.
may roll me a persuasion.
I really need ranks in persuasion. I'm like using it all the time, but I don't have it.
Something to remember.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a D4. That's -2. I don't like rolling that. Yeah, I still don't have any persuasion. Okay, rolling. Yeah, that's a 0.
That's a 0. He blanks out for a little bit and goes, right. He looks at you and goes, oh, right, yeah. And he blanks out for a little bit and comes back and says, the people here are good people, but now that they're starving, that'll make them ornery and mean. I'm willing to deputize you and authorize you an appropriate payment if you get the food back and keep that bad side from get food back and get that bad side from coming out, friends. Otherwise, this good little town would just turn into another frontier boom town without a conscience, and God knows we've got enough of these already out here.
I'm still approaching him.
Yeah.
But
The shotgun swivels towards you and says, just keep your distance, partner.
No, I just want to help you. I could heal that wound of yours.
wait, so he is just a sheriff, right?
Yes.
So
The local town law.
outrank him. So,
Yes, sort of.
yeah, sort of. So he shouldn't probably take kindly to that deputizing speech.
Yeah. No, he looks mainly at the other folks and not at you. Then he just
Okay.
then he blanks out for a minute. Wait, Marshall, wait a minute, Marshall Gruff. Are these your folks? Are these your? Is it your posse?
I have met them before, and they are good people.
I look a little bit
good.
surprised at that.
Yeah, me too. But the The sheriff goes, right.
Well,
Well, as you can, well, as I said, these are good. Oh, these are good. He nodded towards the town square. These are good folk too. I mean, just yesterday we were all laughing. They were all just happy and laughing and really looking forward to Christmas, especially the caroling. It's a little old town tradition that I've grown to love. It'll be a right darn shame if there wasn't any singing tomorrow, ain't it?
yes.
I want
We,
to try to heal him.
Now there, he mentions to Emerflint. I'm all patched up. It's all old blood. I'll be fine. Just need a little snooze.
Does he look fine?
Roll me a healing.
I don't have healing. I do all my healing via magic. Can I use notice instead?
Sure, with a -2.
Okay. Please give me somewhat of a better chance. Ooh, a 6!
Nice, it explodes.
Rerolling.
Oh, the dice, not
A
the scene.
7. A 7, so that's a 5.
He looks stable, badly wounded. He'll be, he won't be able to move. Yeah, he can't move much. I mean,
but he's not gonna die or anything.
No, he's not going to die on you. Well,
okay, in that case,
probably
Abraham won't bother the Lord for something like that if the man's gonna make it. Okay.
He's probably going to make it.
Okay, in that case, he'll just back off.
All right. So,
well, you heard him, folks. Looks like these people could really use our help. What do you all say?
You see John tap his chin a bit, and then he's like, "Well, what kind of payment are we talking about here?"
Well, he starts saying, "Well, I'm authorized to pay you the big sum. I'm authorized to pay you I'm authorized to reward you with $200 cash
Each?
Nah, no, Lord, no. That's what do you think we are, Chicago?
Well, at least they have
we're a group of 4, right? A group of 5.
Yep.
Well, the marshal doesn't need to be paid. He gets paid by the government.
It is my duty to keep the peace. So, of course, I'm going to be in this.
Well, we could use a little bit of money because, like I said, we're travelers, and traveling and supplies cost money.
He looks relieved and says, "Well, I'm thanking you kindly for taking this on. You go find it. You go get our food back from the Goodman boys, and I will have your money ready for you."
I'll be sure to give them a stern lecture and a good talking to.
Well,
because this is just darn unchristian behavior.
Yeah, shame on them.
Yeah.
I mean, the looting and the pillaging during the Christmas season, shame on them.
Shame. And I make the cross symbol on my...
I'm surprised you don't catch fire.
And Chef goes, "Well, I did try a stern talking to myself, and it didn't do diddly squat. They just they shot me. Words. Yes, I tried to turn too, and they shot me right there in cold blood. Really weird. Them Goodman boys, well, they're not like Mr. Goodman. So they're usually such good citizens.
Wait,
I don't know what's
Who's this?
gotten into them.
who's this Mr. Goodman?
Oh, Mr. Goodman. Yeah, he's the boss of the. Yeah, he's the owner of the Jared Goodman Ranch. Runs in the family.
So they run a ranch.
Yep.
So
He's about-
they're literally his boys then.
Yep. You know, cowpokes. He nods at you. Cowpokes, stable hands, cooking. The cook. Wait staff. All them people.
Oh, so they're... Wait, am I understanding this correctly? So they're not his sons or anything?
No.
Oh,
Their
alright.
sons are all out east,
Hmm.
find their own fortune.
So you're telling me they didn't used to act this way?
Nah, I mean, sure. Mr. Goodman has a nasty temper, and he's got a bad season, but that's it. But the boys aren't really that. The boys aren't mean and ornery like that. It's just weird.
Well, maybe we should have a talk with this Mr. Goodman. If anybody knows where to find those boys, it'll probably be him.
Right, you are. Well, the Goodman Ranch is really easily to find. You see that big old mountain out there?
Hmm?
Yeah. About at the foot of that, you'll find her. It's a few miles north of here. Just follow the mountain and you'll find it. And he gives some more detailed instructions.
Details to destruction.
Yes, instructions to find it.
Yes. He explains us how to destroy the ranch.
To destroy the ranch, the trail.
All right, Sheriff, we'll go and have a look. But you take care. We'll try to sort this out as quickly as we can.
All right. Well, I'll be waiting for you here.
Must be really desperate if he trusts the first group of random strangers he sees.
Yep.
But
Note
then
that
again,
he's
we do
paying...
have a marshal in the group.
Yes. And do note he's not paying you in advance.
That's true.
And don't worry, Sheriff. I'm going to keep an eye on these people whom you don't know yet, so I'm sure you would be a bit distrustful.
Well, I'm obliged, Marshal. And I wish you good hunting. Just bring back that food, or else this town will just be there won't be any human left in this town, just animals in human skin.
And Abraham starts shaking his head and mumbling to himself about that unchristian-like behavior and what have you.
And the sheriff blacks out again.
And he's dead.
No, just blacked out.
Oh.
Lost consciousness.
Right.
Ooh, that means dinner time. Never mind.
That's probably due to the fact that he is sitting in a pool of his own blood.
Oh crap! Doesn't Hein smell a lot of blood then?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, of course.
It, makes him hungry.
Let's
doesn't it?
go outside.
I'll quickly pull Hein outside.
Why, I just have a taste for liver and onions, nothing more.
I think that man still needs his liver.
Not for long.
Let's go outside.
I pull him outside.
Ah, come on, you party pooper.
Okay, John.
What about my Christmas dinner, huh?
And
John.
when
get a steak.
we are outside, I
Yes.
want to say to the our group, Sheriff doesn't need to know all of the details. I'm going to be keeping an eye on you, people.
Well, don't worry, Marshal. You can trust me.
Wow, that's comforting.
Well, I can't vote for the rest of them. Well, I think you probably can trust John too, but I'm not 100% certain.
By the way, Marshall, John, did you just notice that the cheery musician was salivating over the prospect of eating a man's liver?
Oh, I think John knows about that.
Yeah, he does, because he's met him before.
Okay.
Which means he only shrugs and goes, "Nothing I ain't seen before."
Yep, Donner party. All right. Well, do you want to do anything in Hoovertown, or Hooverville? Do you want to do anything here, or just carry on?
I'm leaving it up
hit
to
it,
you
yeah.
guys. Personally, I just want to go investigate the farm.
Yep, let's go farming.
Unless any of
Alrighty
you can
then.
think of a good reason to stay here to do something else. Investigate another place. I don't know.
Nothing really.
All right.
Okay, I'll mention it here. Abraham's a little worried about Maxwell. He suddenly is reminded of Maxwell.
Yeah. What about Maxwell? Are you going to pick him up, or are you
Isn't the
going to leave
weather
him where he
also
stands?
kind of crap?
No, it's getting cold and the wind is picking up.
Yeah, maybe we should seek shelter and check that farm out later.
Oh, was it evening?
No. It's about mid-morning.
Is it really? Is the weather really that bad?
No.
Yes.
Not that bad. But you feel how there is a blizzard coming on. It's in the air. And in the
Need to get this
clouds.
problem sorted out before the bad weather comes in.
Mhm.
Before Christmas Eve, preferably.
Well, personally, I don't mind.
Well, I can't leave Maxwell out of town either, but there's a little bit of a problem. If I take him into town, then people will definitely get spooked. Then again, they don't dare to come out of their houses. I can't just leave Maxwell out there in the snow. I think I should go get him.
No, you stay here. You find yourself a nice, warm, comfy bed. I will keep Maxwell some company.
No, we should take him with us.
I think by now we've gotten Maxwell a really big coat and a big hat, so he can he just looks like a really big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
Okay.
Yep. Good.
And his
All right.
6-shooter is actually a Gatling gun.
No, Maxwell doesn't carry any weapons.
Nope.
Would be fun.
I go out of town to the edge of town and go pick up Maxwell and tell him it's safe to come
Oh,
inside.
you grab Maxwell and head out to the farm, probably.
Shouldn't you, for the people at home, tell them who Maxwell is? Because you've been being
Yes.
plenty mysterious about it.
Well, there's a reason why our good cowpokes have gone out of the way to make sure that Maxwell is properly dressed and rather conservatively dressed with high collars and a deep hat, and drab clothing so he doesn't raises too many eyebrows, because in actual fact Maxwell is a patchwork man, sewn together from the different corpses and animated by a hellish mixture of science and magic.
And I'm
No comment?
teaching him how to be a true Christian.
Yep, indeed.
Yes. Because he's already convinced that to rejoin his father in heaven, he has to do good deeds to make up for the bad things he's done.
Indeed. I should also note that Maxwell is undead.
He's not undead. He's like Frankenstein's monster. He's just reanimated.
Okay, he's a reanimated pile of bodies.
Yeah,
sewn
he's
together.
like a Frankenstein's monster.
Indeed. So that's why he has a high collar, so that you don't see the neck, the stitches.
But he's a nice guy. He's actually like a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
In
Yep,
terms
exactly.
of, intelligence and stuff.
So actually, be For being a good Christian and going to heaven, I already reached that. The biggest sacrifice you can bring is self-sacrifice, and last time I sacrificed myself saving Abraham.
That's true.
Nice.
But
So
you have
I'm
a lot
already going to
you have a lot to make up for, Abraham would say.
What? I didn't do anything wrong except being killed by the man I'm hunting, and that's it.
Well, you were hanged. You probably did something illegal.
No, I tried to do something illegal, and my boss said, "That is not in this gang, hang him."
Okay. Well, okay, let's say Abraham is starting to give you the benefit of the doubt then.
Well, you talk and you banter as you travel through the winter landscape, and well, after a while, the farmland gives what you're supposed to be is farmland gives way to hilly foothills where the ground is a little less easy to farm, and then you get to the grazing areas and some forest and some wilderness, and just as the sun sets, you see a smoke of column under smoke of a column of smoke. Yes, coming from an enclosed compound where enclosed compound with an arch. You know, one of them Wild West arch, which spells
a ranch.
Which, well, you think you see the word ranch there.
Looks like there's a fire there, or somebody's just having a camp out. No, that wouldn't make no sense.
He just realizes what weather it is.
Yep. It's a mighty plume of smoke. Well, actually, it's a wide plume of smoke. There's some here, some here, some here, some there. So yeah.
Let's move.
As you approach I've done this and this. Now here. Ah, yes. Right. Okay. This estate is surrounded on all sides by barbed wire. Not the barbed wire that's meant to keep livestock out. Oh, no, let me rephrase it. Is surrounded by barbed wire, which is unusually prickly. It's an odd kind of barbed wire as well. So, yes, surrounded on all sides with barbed wire, but the gate along the road is wide open. At the top of the gate is an arched metalwork sign that reads G Ranch. And as you close on it, you see it on the ground near the beginning of the word, you see a metal curve sticking out of the snow.
Wait, a metal what?
A metal curve, like this. Like, sticking out of the snow. It's slanted, so yeah.
I see.
Doesn't strike me as important, so I ignore it.
Then you carry on. Well,
unless somebody else wants to go and have a look at it.
I grab it. What is this?
You grab it, you pull it out of the snow easily, and you hold a metal worked G in your hands, the letter.